heavy on it too. What's a what? What?
You cut me off again, bro. I can't remember.
Put your church finger up, like you know. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I gotta raise my hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't forgot what I was gonna say.
There he is, buffering.
I'm gonna need you to start writing stuff down. Write it on your hand or something. Prick yourself. Do some bullet points. I don't know. We're gonna.
The bad thing about it is he the youngest of all of us, and he forgetting more than any of us.
Basically. So I had a question up here on TikTok. Roseanne? Rosario asked, what is the perfect bait size or jig size to use for crappie fishing? That's a easy but a hard question to answer. It depends on where you are.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I can.
How can something be easy and hard?
It's easy because you can just pick anything and just fish with it.
Okay.
But if you're using reasoning behind what you're picking, watercolor, temperature, depth, time of year, body of water. Because you got guys that's fishing Grenada, that's fishing almost 2-3-inch baits, and they're 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 ounce jigs, right? I don't go over a 1/48.
So
under.
So what you saying?
Under.
What you saying is fishing styles.
148 is smaller.
Hey.
Yeah, I fish. Look,
you don't use a 132nd.
That's all I ever use.
I use a 132nd. Depends on the condition. I'll use a 1/64 ounce jig, and I call that my Skittle.
Right.
That Skittle.
I won't use a 1/64.
But see, that's what. Yeah, you use 148s. Right. That's between a 148s. 148s between 132nd and 1/64.
What's up, Weirdo?
If y'all notice, they like correcting me a lot. Y'all
but
know
if
that.
y'all also notice, he needs a lot of correcting.
Can't get right, boss.
I'm gonna just put them together like two pit bulls.
And I said I was gonna be the neutral one.
Right.
But I'll use, so to answer his question directly, it depends on, like Anthony was saying, it depends on what you're doing. For me, when I'm fishing real calm water, still conditions, and those fish are finicky, I'll go down to as small as a 1/64 ounce jig with a little small 1-inch bait. That the fall is slow.
I'm finna show you.
You can even put a split shot on it if you just don't have the patience to wait for that fall. I'll use a one. I call those baits my Skittles. Those are my Skittles package. Why do I call them Skittles? Because you don't have to be hungry to eat them. I have a real bad sweet tooth, so if you set a Skittle in front of me, I might have just eaten Thanksgiving dinner and be bloated out to here. But if a Skittle's in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. So maybe that crappie would eat it too, because it's like a nuisance bite that you can get it.
So when
I got a question first.
Go with it.
Serious is canceled?
Yeah. So did he?
That's a Skittle.
I said, boss, I got a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
So did he ask what's the perfect jig size? What did he ask?
I think he said jig size, but then he could have said bait too.
I think he said bait.
He said bait?
Well, when you read it, I think you said bait.
Okay.
But
this is what you read that he said.
Okay.
What's the perfect jig size?
So when you say jig, are we talking about jig head? Or are we talking about jig? Because some people call the soft plastics a jig.
I'm gonna answer both of them. So I think from what you said,
okay,
it sounded like you were saying fishing styles can affect the jig and jig size, because you said down in Mississippi and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
they have the 1/16. So you're not gonna
or bigger,
but most of the time they drop shot and they're not casting and actually jigging and moving across
or dead sticking it.
Yeah. So if you cast into it from a far away place or further than like just dropping in straight on, what would you say, the 148, 124, 130 seconds, because they're gonna fall slower.
You catch the most fish on the bait that you have the most confidence fishing with.
And which
it's all good. So even when you can't go fishing and we're on live and we're on the water and we're fishing, come fishing with us.
That's right.
We might teach you something.
Might learn you something.
And if you got some information, we might learn something too.
Hey, goes both ways. We'll take all the good information you can give us, because we got enough bad between us.
You might as well start singing. Right. It's so hard.
Deuces.
To say goodbye to
yesterday.
Crappie day.